Let's check all the weekend weather now. Em Friedman, what are you up to today?
Good morning, Emzy.
Good morning, Deb and Cam. We're up in Sydney today for Australia's premier motor vehicle exhibition. It is called MotorEx and it's on at Sydney Olympic Park all over the weekend. You can come and check out over $50 million worth of beautiful cars, some of the coolest in the world. It's a great thing to do with the family over the course of the weekend, and we're going to show you the first car of the morning straight after we take a look at your weather and see what's happening at your place today. If you're in Cairns, it's looking... Well, this is something very new at MotorEx. This is a 1962 Chevy Impala convertible, and we'll get it going, guys. They've actually done some pretty impressive modifications on this. They have replaced the suspension with airbags, which gives it this rock and rolling, kind of shimmying effect, like a little bit like a gangster car. You can come and check this out and have a ride in it when you visit MotorEx. Oh. The guy who actually modified it, woo, getting a little bit sick of this morning, he actually spent 6 weeks taking off all the chassis and the engine and wrapping it around again and putting it all back on and getting it ready for MotorEx. It's actually roadworthy, guys, can you believe it? And they can take it out for a spin on the actual roads. I'm sick now. I don't feel very well.
And after all the money spent over the years trying to make suspension smooth, we've gone back old school.
Exactly right.
Good on you. I always wonder why they make it shake around, but, you know, I always have a lot of questions about car rebuilds and why.
It's a
The
passion.
question of why it is a deep passion.
Yeah. All right, still to come.
Let's check all the weather now with Emma Friedman. Hey, Em.
Weekend Today's Weather, brought to you by Inner Health Plus. Have you had your Inner Health Plus today?
Good morning, Deb and Cam. We are checking out Maguire's MotorEx, which is on in Sydney over the course of the weekend. And Cam, this one is for you. Back in the 60s, the Combi van was the car that everyone wanted to have, particularly with the surfies. But this one has a bit of a twist. It's a 1962 Samba, but they have transformed this magnificent vehicle into a Combi limousine. And fittingly, the first person to take a ride in this car was world champion Kelly Slater. We're going to take a look at the weather and then show you inside and see what this magnificent car is all about. If you're in Cairns, it's looking like a fine and sunny day, a top of 25 degrees, but blue skies forecast. Well, they have extended this Combi van by 2.4 metres and spent over $300,000 doing it up. But look at the result. Everything you would want in a limousine, including the plush white leather seats. You've got the flashing lights, all the loud music when it gets going. Of course, a bar with your bevies if you're out on a Saturday night. And also the TV screens that you can play those funky music videos on if you're out on the town with your girlfriends. This would be terrific for a formal or even a wedding, and they're actually creating another one at the moment, so there'll be two on the road. Coming up in the next half hour, we have got a world exclusive for you. We'll be taking the cloths off the world's first eco-friendly super elite muscle car. It's the first time it's ever been seen anywhere around the globe. Deb and Cam.
All right,
crazy.
Looking forward to that. And just for the record,
There's a
Emma...
dance floor there as well, in that van.
That's
Crazy
right,
stuff.
just standing in it. Thank you, Emma.
Beautiful.
A new planet has been discovered.
Right now, though, let's get a look at the weather with Ems.
Cam and Deb, one of the highlights of MotorEx each year is the unveiling ceremony where they reveal 12 feature cars for the first time, and underneath this cloak of darkness is something that the world has never seen before. We're going to show you it after we take a look at your weather and see what's happening with your capital cities. If you're in Cairns, very exciting, 29 degrees. Well, you can take off the covers, gents, because we want to see what this is all about. When you think of muscle cars, you think of loud, polluting, crazy kind of vehicles, but this one, whilst it is still loud, it is very impressive because it is the world's first eco-friendly and sustainable super elite muscle car. It's a 67 XR Falcon. It took 10 months to build, 2 years to research.
Gorgeous.
It's made out of 100% recycled parts, 600 horsepower, and it runs on biofuel. This is a very impressive vehicle indeed. Cam and Layla, Cam and Deb, I should say, you can come and check it out when you visit a MotorEx. But coming up in the next little while, the shiniest car you have ever seen.
That looks like a mean machine, Ems. Thank you.
Yeah, let's get the weather now with Emma Friedman.
Weekend Today's Weather, brought to you by Inner Health Plus. Have you had your Inner Health Plus today?
Cam Cam and Deb, this could be considered a car for some of the vainer people in life. It is a very shiny vehicle, often mistaken as a giant mirror, but it actually is a car. It's a Lexus LFA, which has been wrapped in chrome vinyl by Exotic Graphics. Very shiny indeed. Justin Bieber actually drives a very similar car to this on the roads, of course, in the United States. But it's not its appearance which is attracting so much attention at MotorEx. It's also its price tag, valued at about $750,000, but also its performance. If you were to sit in the front seat of this car, put your foot to the pedal, the pitch of the exhaust would actually shatter a wine glass. Very high-pitched indeed, and pretty magnificent looking as well. We're going to take a look at your weather for the final time this morning and see what's happening at your place today. If you're in Cairns, it's looking like a fine and sunny one, a top of 25 degrees, 21 and partly cloudy if you are in Brisbane. On the Gold Coast today, a brief shower due, a top of 20 degrees, 18 and also wet in Sydney with a couple of wind changes later in the day, 14 and morning frost, and then a sunny day on the way for Canberra. If you're in Melbourne, cloud periods, a top of 16 degrees, 13 and mostly sunny in Hobart. If you are in Adelaide, possibility of morning fog, a top of 16, 23 and mostly fine in Perth. In the centre of the country, cool for Allison, a top of 16 degrees, and 29 and windy but sunny skies above if you are up in Darwin. Well, if you want to come and check out some of Australia's coolest cars, head down to MotorEx over the course of the weekend. It is on at the Dome at Sydney Olympic Park, and plenty more world first cars to check out over the course of the weekend. Deb, we'll see you tomorrow with a little bit of Olympic action. We are checking out some martial arts.
Oh, look forward to that one. Ems, thank you. Keeping the rev heads happy today.